Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's King G in the house. I want to say thank you to those who subscribe and to those who have not subscribed. Hit that button right there in the bottom, right there, little bell. It'll notify you when I upload the video. So today's video is going to be about American Express Serve Card, right? I've been having an American Express Serve Card. Let me tell you what American Express Serve Card is. Serve or Bluebird. I have Bluebird. I have both. But my incident was with Bluebird. I'm sorry. So Bluebird or Serve is a prepaid card from American Express that you can get them at Dollar Store, Family Dollar, Dollar General, Walmart, stuff like that. That you get them, and it's a prepaid card. At the beginning, it's a prepaid card. You can add money to it, and then you can call Bluebird. You can call American Express Bluebird, and they'll send you a regular card, right? And there, the good thing that I liked about it is that on the Bluebird, you were able to go to your Walmart and you could deposit money and it'll be no fees. There is no monthly fees. So if you have zero balance, it stays as zero balance and there is no fees, right? That's a good thing about it. Also, the Serve does the same thing. So, but I got compromised on Saturday after having this card, after having this service for over 9 years. And they didn't even let me know. So what happens with the Bluebird? So they say, I have a Bluebird. Do you have a Bluebird? I can send you money from my funds to your fund, to your card. You know, so basically all cards can do that nowadays. But back in the days, that back 9 years ago, that was something that was innovative. So I looked at my account yesterday, and someone got into my account, removed $800, and sent it to their account. And I tried to trace the email address, and it was untraceable. There's no information on it. So I called the Bluebird account and I explained to them what happened. So they're investigating it. So I told them today, what kind of security system do they have in place? Because I cannot change the email address my own. I cannot change it. It won't let me change the email address. So if I cannot change the email address, how can someone else change it? And I told him, well, there has to be something internal, because if I cannot change it, then how can someone else change it? So she said, oh, they do this, that they could log into your account and they can change your password. I mean, they can add, because you could add an email address. You add an email address, then you log back out, you log back in with that email address, and then you take off your primary. You take off your primary email, and then you add that email as your primary address. That's how they did it. But the thing is that they did that, and they sent my wife an email, but my wife's not the one to like emails. My wife's not one to look at emails a lot. I do. I look at my emails every day. When I get a pop-up, I look at them, and though they're gonna take care of it, but it just gets me angry that companies like this, or even credit card companies also, they don't have security intact. There's a lot of ways that you could that these people can avoid all this from happening, these companies, but they choose not to, because for them, they feel like, oh, this is just little incidents, so we let our insurance take care of it. So instead of putting a measure in place that will be a secure thing to do, but nothing is secure, because you do it in computer. You do one system, someone else can hack it. That's easy. So it's done. Anything that's done in computer can be hackable. But what I'm trying to say is that, like banks, when you go to a bank and you use your ATM machine, someone steals your ATM card and goes to the machine and takes out money if they know the PIN number. There are ways that the banks can secure that money. There are a lot of ways, and I've got in contact with a lot of security agencies. I got in contact with the FBI too, try to give them ideas, but they don't want to listen. Banks don't want to listen. And my ideas are pretty good, but they just don't want to put the money into the effort. They don't want to put the money in the time or the effort, basically the money, into securing your money. So because being that is FDIC, it's Federal Deposit Insurance Corporated, so they are insured. They are insured. So they figured we'll put premium, but we're giving the money. We don't have to deal with it. That's the way they see it. So, but The very thing that's important in this, that I think this is the way that it happened, is that my wife has a tendency to download a lot of stuff on her phone and on her computer, but she doesn't go on her credit cards on her computer. It's done through the phone, right? So when she downloads, she's not computer savvy, so she doesn't know. So she must have downloaded a spyware with one of her applications, and that's where they got caught. Because whenever you try not to, I know it's easier, but we have a habit to autofill everything. So we go to our app of our Credit One application, and we fingerprint it, and boom, it comes out there. So we don't have to put in our names. We don't have to put in our names. We don't have to put in our password, because it's in the computer. It's augmented into the computer, right? So if you have a spyware and that person sends it to you, or you download something within that with that application comes a spyware because you don't know, and then that person can just go into their computer, do things that they do, and boom, they've hacked into your account. So now they know your password, they know this, they know that. So we gotta be very aware of the things that you download, and always get a spyware tool, so to eliminate everything that the phone has. If you don't have to autofill nothing, please don't. If you can remember your username and you can remember your password, do it. Try to change your password. I change my password once a week, so it doesn't really matter to me. But for you guys, try to change your password every week if you can, or don't autofill things if you can. Try to make your password as difficult as possible. You know, but something that you're gonna remember. Don't put down supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's not bad, right? But anyway, try to do those kind of things, and try not to autofill. Get a malware, spyware, scan your phone every week for viruses and stuff like that, because this is where it's coming from. You know, even though we're gonna get our money back, but that's not the point. It got me angry that they don't have a system that, at least that system, the computer picks that up. Or this sounds fishy, and then they give you a call and say, listen, are you making this transaction? Because the computer's picking this up, but it looks like fraud. You know, if you're always, if I'm always logging in from my phone with the same IP address, and then they should know, okay, fine, blah blah. So he's using his IP address. If he's using a different IP address to change his email, then we should give him a call and find out if this is him, because our computer registers that he's doing this from a different IP address, and we want to know. Well, guys, that's it. Just be careful when you do things. Try not to autofill things and do all that kind of stuff, and you don't get caught. And wish you the best of luck, man.